allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'd like to say we have a special guest tonight. Our town attorney, Mark Shackner's here. It's good to have you in person, pal.
Good to be here,
Yeah.
not very special, but good to be here.
I think all we'll do first, I'd like to approve the minutes of the board meetings from September 9th. The CDBG public hearing from August 12th and the Roosevelt Way public hearing. Do I have a motion? Dick, second, Jason, any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None? Carried. Thank you. I'm gonna change the agenda because we have some folks here of interest that would like to speak to us, and rather than have them wait through all our resolutions tonight, I think we'll honor their presence. George, I know
Yep.
you were on first. You wanna?
Yep, I just wanna kind of clear up some things from when that petition I brought to you people with all the. For the fishing game club and the lies and the false statements that Wes Stanton said. Because about the only thing that guy said is true is they're wearing earmuffs over there. You got me in the video. Over there giving some NRA member guff. Well, when you're sitting in your recliner and you can't see from me to you, Derek, and it's pitch black. And I go over there and there's a bunch of guys under that hut standing there going bang, 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 and I go, buddy, what the hell's going on here? You can't even see the range. I'm talking to the guy like this. Some guy doesn't even clear his gun, comes off the line, another guy gets up there, bang, 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 I go, buddy, my house is over there. On the third round of that pistol going like this, and these are all novice shooters. I'm going, my house is over there, what the hell's going on? And then that's when Wes called me up, gave me a bunch of guff. And then back to one of the first times when I tore up his turf, I go over there to what the hell's going on. And he's training, it must be corrections officers. He had the back of his pickup truck lined across there with open boxes of ammo. And you can hear him over there going, fire, bang, 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 bang. We've never dealt with that. So yeah, I was a little ripped because my wife had a migraine headache from her rheumatoid arthritis. Hey, keep the noise down. And so anyways, all of the statements that Wes Stanton said is a bunch of BS. And then you get to that slimy cockroach, John Viscomi, that said, I lost my blasting license because I'm a party animal. I lost my license along with 400 other guys due to insurance reasons. I
Okay,
held that license for 27 years. Gary Hodson had this for 61 years. And when the state invoked, we carried $5 million liability insurance. That's $3,000 a month, Derek. So that took my license and everybody else's away. And that's why if you guys had a rock problem, I'd come fix you up for $300-400 and be happy. Now it's gonna cost you $5,000-6,000.
right.
But losing that license from a guy like that just, well, that's why I lost his blasting license and all the BS in here. I'm not here to gum up your works, but I'm pretty pissed off about it. And still to this day, because this party's just getting started, because you're not gonna slander my name or tread on me like that. And or the people on that petition.
And as you know, this board hasn't taken a position.
Okay, well, that's
One-
good yet, because I got an idea for you, and you might throw it to the other lumberyard, the village. Is put it on a ballot for a vote to see what everybody in the, because sound has no boundaries. There's people in the village and wherever that line is and they're over there playing with guns, there's people in the village too that hear it, and it's goddamn obnoxious. You know, and especially, and then two, well, there's never been rapid fire over there. When I brought the petition to the village, I think it was. The rain shut down for like 3 days. So I'm hauling stones in and out of my property. And I pull in, get 2 rocks in my truck, but I back going bananas. So when I leave, when I was pulling in, I could see the 2 pickups. Bangity bang, 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 going nuts. On my way out, these 2 guys are locking the gate and this. I'm gonna use words, but anyways, these 2 guys, sunglasses on, give me a big shit-eating grin. We're still
All
here.
right,
So,
all right. And George, I don't want to get into the past.
no me either, but
But what we're interested in is the future,
Right, well-
how relationships are gonna meld, if there's gonna be some common ground between you and them. Have there been discussions?
No, I got nothing to say to those people, but you can't slander my name amongst a board of people like you.
You won't find that happening here.
Well, they're not here to do it. And the other, when I brought that petition here, that's why I left, because I defused the situation. You put 3 Conways and a bunch of stands in one room, they can't keep their mouth shut. And I didn't want it to end up in being all out brawl. That's why here's your petition
Yep,
of 35 people that don't like that place.
all right.
So I'm not here to gum up the works on you anymore, but this party's just getting started because you're not gonna tread on me like that. Or the people that, you know, have a problem with the place. It's just,
All right.
it's not the 1950s anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, I got nothing on it, but I feel a lot better coming in here, clearing the air with you people. Because when somebody just throws it out there, you don't know the work it took me to obtain that license. And I didn't give it up, the state took it along with 400 other guys. So to have those people slander my name like that, and then insinuate I'm carrying a sidearm over there under the influence of alcohol, or you don't even get me going on that, I got more common sense, you know?
Yeah,
So that's where I'm at with that with you people.
we appreciate the clarification.
Well, it's good, it's, you know, I got nothing on it, but this is still going on because it's just wrong. You know, and when those guys can come in here and just beep, 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 and it's all a bunch of BS, don't tread on me.
All right.
Or the people of this town. You guys have a good one.
Thank you for stopping
See you
by.
later.
Tina or,
She's got a long.
I think that is
So
right.
we're.
that's all right. If you'd like to come up and take a seat.
You wanna go first?
I think
You wanna go first?
Oh,
I'll follow up. Okay, perfect. Okay. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Kathy
You're
Bliss.
welcome to sit.
Oh, okay. Kathy Bliss.
Get comfortable, Kathy.
I will. Okay. So this is something I put together so I can keep my thoughts in order. I've lived in my home at 181 Hurley Avenue for 33 years. I have always loved my neighborhood until February 23, when everything changed. Paolo Magro purchased this property and things have never been the same since. He turned what was once originally 2-bedroom apartments into 3 bedrooms. We never saw building permits for any of the work being done. We inquired and we were told by the building inspector that he was just taking out garbage. Since his purchase of the property, there have been many groups of people living in it at different times. Lots of J1 students that we know of, and many of them in different apartments at one time. Over the last few years, we've seen many things such as trucks full of mattresses being delivered in the middle of the night, people coming and going, and we never truly know who our neighbors are. To this day, there are a number of people that are living in these apartments that have caused a great problem with the garbage. Over the last couple of years, there's been a dumpster that is usually overflowing with garbage on the ground, which is a health hazard. We have seen rats running around over there. They have now switched to cans, which is no answer to the problem because the cans just fill up quickly and once again, the garbage is spilling onto the ground. My neighbors and I have made many formal online complaints to the building department and not one of us has received a response from them. There are unregistered junk cars left in the property. Right now, there is one truck that has been there for over 2 years and it is just abandoned. I contacted the police department to have this situation dealt with on August 20th. 2 of the cars have been removed, but the one trunk still remains there. On August 4th, a group of people moved into the apartment number 2. There were 5 children and 6 adults living in there at one time. We called and asked the building department, is there any regulation on this? And we were told, no, there are no limits to the number of people that can live in an apartment. I'm very concerned about that. In the span of 2 months, I called the police 9 times for various issues such as domestic disturbances, noise disturbances, and welfare checks on the children that were living there. We witnessed multiple cars coming and going at all hours of the night, switching out of license plates on the cars that were there, and people driving unregistered vehicles with no plates. My concern in all of this is that I feel that the village and town should start to looking on putting some kind of regulations on long-term rental owners as far as the number of people living in apartments safely and legally, and recourse for people living around those apartments, just like me, as there are for short-term owners that have to have a name on file if there's a noise disturbance and some kind of recourse for ongoing issues such as the ones that we've experienced at 197 Hurley. Everyone has a right to live in their home peacefully. Paolo Magro, as the owner of this property, should be held accountable for the maintenance of this property and the tenants that are renting these apartments from him. I would ask that the board give very careful consideration to this matter. I really would hate to see this occur again, not only in my neighborhood, but anywhere in our community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can you send me that?
Yeah, I made a couple copies, would you like that? You want me to just send it to you?
Just.
Okay, I'll send you, okay, right,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
so
you.
do you have any questions or, I know
If there's follow-up,
I
maybe,
would just like to reiterate, as being a neighbor, we're very proud of our neighborhood. We live in Blueberry Hills. We spend a lot of money on taxes to live in a lovely neighborhood. It's changed. It's, we now lock our doors. We lock our garages. Everyone in the neighborhood now has a security camera. So now I know exactly when my husband goes to work. There's been, I have called the police a few times also. I left one morning at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to work, and there was a baby in a diaper sitting on the ground next to a tire of a car with 3 little kids in the car trying to start the car, an unregistered car. Called the police department, and this was after making complaints to the building department. And the police have gone above and beyond
they're amazing.
with trying to help us. There's cars that were there, all the unregistered cars. I in every village I've ever lived in, that's not legal. And there was cars with temporary Vermont plates, and then there's then it's got a New York State or Ohio truck plate on it, and back and forth, and people in and out all hours of the night, which we've never dealt with, and cars pulling up and leaving, and the safety of our neighborhood is in concern. The safety of the children living in that house and the amount of J1s that have been in and out of there. It's not fair for the J1s. I feel that there's been a lot of people piled in beds in bedrooms. And what if there was a fire? This could be horrible. I was told it was a 2-family house. I don't know. I believe when the previous owner owned it, it was a 3-family house, but there's now 5 mailboxes on the front of the building and a lot of cars and a lot of people in and out. There's bedrooms that we believe that are not really bedrooms with the amount of people. And when we were told that 12 to 14 people can be in a 2-bedroom house and there's no regulations, why does Kathy or anyone else in the neighborhood have to follow regulations with their Airbnbs, or they're gonna be shut down? You know, the safety hazard is a horrible thing. If there's a fire, something bad's gonna happen there with that many people. I just feel that something needs to be done besides what's happened to our neighborhood and everyone in our neighborhood because of this. Something bad's gonna happen. And I don't understand in a village like this with the regulations that they have put on Airbnbs, how can we be told there's no regulations on long-term rentals? I
We
don't
were told that
understand
from the
that.
building department, there's no regulation.
Regulations on this.
See.
So I would like to propose what can we do? What can we do to change that? What can we also do to change that? It doesn't matter what street you're on. No one deserves to live with watching rats run through your yard, with having to walk outside and pick up garbage out of our yard that we're proud of. Go drive by our neighborhood. We're proud of our yards. There's garbage overflowing over and over again, and it's being brought into our yards because we do have coyotes and fox and bears and everything in our neighborhood. So I shouldn't have to walk outside and be picking up garbage that's all over. It's just something
There
needs to be,
accountability.
something needs to be
people that
done,
have-
and not just this
that have
house.
Multiple apartments.
You know, any other house in Lake Placid, there has to be regulations for if there was a fire, there has to be. They're just,
Yeah, I mean, since the property changed ownership, I mean, Tom witnessed a truck with probably 10, 12 mattresses on it one night, midnight going in. I mean, they do things in the dark and, you know. We don't even know how many people, there's downstairs apartments, there's 3 or 4 cars, there's people with scooters and bikes. I mean, we have no idea how many people live in these apartments. And, you know,
and when you
Yeah.
file a formal complaint online to the building department, and you have to check a box that says, yes, I would like a call back. And
I have probably filed
then
9
if
of
they
those.
feel it's not a reasonable complaint, I would think within 2 months, I would have at least heard back.
Yeah, no response ever.
I know we have been approached on the garbage problem, and I thought that had been rectified.
No, it's an
It's not,
ongoing.
it's an
continuing
ongoing,
problem.
because now they got rid of a big dumpster that I don't know why, but it wasn't being picked up on a regular basis when the same company picks up for all of the places
Well,
that
I
we
know, I know why,
caretake
because I
for a
called the
regular.
company.
basis.
Michelle says, when the lids are bumped up, he gets an overage charge. He doesn't want to pay the overage charge, so they won't. pick
And
it up.
now there's just small garbage cans, but there's, at least when there's 5 families living in one
The
apartment.
amount of people in there, the garbage.
Yeah,
And I'm hearing that this is a mixture of families and J one.
no, from what we've seen, the one family that we're talking about in particular has been evicted and they left last week.
Yeah, they're.
They've been evicted.
Because there was.
You're up to date.
Yeah.
Because
We've
there
evicted.
was 12 to 14 people living in the house, and then there was people sleeping in cars in the driveway that were coming from out of.
Yeah, they were.
staying
We
there,
had
so
cars, we had
so they
cars
were-
without license plate,
they
we
were
had,
evicted.
they were switching license plates. I mean, it was a real show. I'm thankful they're gone. But the fact of the matter is Paolo still owns his property and it's been run very haphazardly since he bought it. He doesn't care about this property. You know, it's in the middle of a nice neighborhood and we feel like the minute he bought it, it just has tanked and we don't know who lives there, how many people live there. The garbage situation alone is enough to make you lose your mind.
I can tell you, I'm happy to address it and at least be brought up on an educational level on everything you're talking about, complaints and all those things. There are no long-term regulations that I know of.
Are there regulations in Lake Placid as to how you keep your property? I mean, that there can be garbage everywhere, there can be.
I mean, what about fines? Like, how many times can we call about the garbage before he starts getting fines for it? Like, I mean, sometimes you gotta hit him where it hurts and that's in the
I'm sure
pocketbook.
there are areas of, New York State Department of Health codes.
It's property maintenance law.
Yeah,
Are there property maintenance laws in Lake
It's our
Placid?
state property maintenance law.
yeah.
I think it has to be pretty severe for them to.
And I don't wanna necessarily put you on the spot, but if you have anything to add, Mark, you're welcome to.
I don't have anything constructive. There are also local property maintenance laws, but they're incredibly hard to enforce successfully.
So what can we do to propose a change for Lake Placid, for every homeowner in Lake Placid that deals with this, because we're not the only one.
Yeah, there's other properties in this town that are having multiple J1s. I mean, I know there's places up on Hillcrest that,
And it's not that,
You know,
it's.
and it's not fair to the
There's
J1s.
local families
No.
that don't
That-
take care of their yards and have garbage everywhere, and it should be enforced.
You're hearing multiple issues. One is like an occupancy, but then there's also like maintenance.
Of
issue.
what you,
But I
what
guess
your
it's,
property is, how it's taken care of.
sure, wasn't the town working on some sort of adjustment to the code to address, at least maybe address the issue?
Yeah, for temporary workforce housing,
Yeah.
but Paolo doesn't rent to J1s. Those
Oh,
aren't
I thought-
J1s.
yeah.
well, there's some kind of foreign
They're
student workers.
Probably like H2B visas. They're not on short-term stays.
Okay.
So
according-
J1s only stay with housing
There
for
has
their
been,
company?
there's,
Is
I don't
that,
know, but he says that he doesn't rent short-term.
well, I gotta tell you, honestly, this guy Manny that runs his property, I don't even sometimes know if Paolo really knows who's in there. I really don't. This guy Manny manages his property and I don't even, Paolo might not even be aware of
A
who's in
a
there or
good
how
share
many are
of
in
these
there.
problems, I think a one-on-one with the owner might have some good results. So I won't sweep it under the rug. I promise I'll look into it.
Yeah, I mean, this has not just been a 6 month, this has been since he bought the property we're going on 2 years now. And it's just really gotten old and we would like to
Kathy,
see some changes.
one point you touched on about in the last 2 or 3 minutes was. You said there was a lot of cars and people sleeping in cars and working on cars while they were there.
Before this last people group that was here, yeah, they had cars in the afternoon, they were working on them, changing tires, changing oils. It was like they were running a little
That's my point.
repair shop in the front yard there, like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Um,
another thing that I brought out, okay.
yeah. So I mean, they're gone, but the ongoing issue is, he doesn't care for the property. I don't think he has any clue how many people live there, who's living there. Cause there are multiple people living in that downstairs apartment and there have been multiple people living in the upstairs apartment many times since he's bought the property.
Yeah,
You know, when he first started,
I
I don't know if they're
know.
J ones or what, but they are foreign people, students, they're young. You know, and you know, right now there's probably 4 cars that come and go out of one apartment.
There's been local people who have been in and out of there also, because once they moved in and found out how many people were in, when it was first purchased, it was just being rented as bedrooms. It wasn't even being rented as an apartment, it was rented as bedrooms.
I know one situation, Sandy Ashley, you know, Jeff and Sandy Ashley, their daughter came back, she moved back to the area. Mandy was gonna rent her a room. She stayed one night and she said, I can't live here. She had a barn sliding door that didn't lock and she didn't feel safe, and he was gonna charge her $550 a month for a room. She had to share a bathroom with other people. And she didn't even have a room that locked, a bedroom that
All
locked,
right.
what they're calling a bedroom, so,
Well, thank you for coming to us.
Okay.
I promise I'll look into it.
yeah. And you know, and some regulations on this long-term housing. I mean, you know, it's in place for short-term rentals, but I would think long-term housing would need them more than anything. As far as safety, number of people,
All right,
yeah. And recourse, like, you know, short-term people, if they're renting, you know, if they have neighbors and there's noise, like they get to call a number. I'm a person living in a neighborhood with multiple apartments. What do I do? I mean, do I just have, you know? I just have to keep calling the police. And at some point it has to come back to the owner and they have to be held responsible for their behavior.
Sit in their own living room and have the doors or the windows open.
Yeah. That was my life for 2 months of summer, from August till these people, we couldn't even sit in our house.
And all night long, cars in and out, traffic,
Fighting.
young guys in and out of cars, beeping horns, someone runs out, runs in, all night long.
we need to address it.
It was,
Paolo needs to be held accountable for recovery for sure.
everything
So,
was going.
I thank you for your time. I appreciate
Thank
it
you,
very
thank
much.
you.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Okay.
And by the way, kudos to Lake Placid Police
Yeah,
Department.
no, they were not
They
but
were
wonderful.
phenomenal
Every time they
because
called, they were.
They didn't brush us off.
Yeah, no, they were.
Good.
And they made sure that these situations didn't escalate,
I'll talk to Chuck as well.
and they were wonderful.
Yeah, but I would see the building department step up a little bit when they have formal online complaints that, you know, I made 9 of them and have heard not one word, so. It would be just, you know, you check the box that you'd like a response, so yes, I would like a response.
Confirmation.
I don't want it.
Yeah, okay,
Thank you all.
okay, thank you for your time, good night.
Good night.
Did either of you come to speak to the board tonight?
Yeah,
Glenn?
Yeah.
Come on up, we might as well get it.
Yeah, learn that, really.
That way you don't have to wait till the end. Okay.
share those around.
I was at Glenn's event. Jason, I thought you said this.
Oh, it's killing me. No, yes, I was very bummed. When I missed it. I will not miss it again.
Real briefly, so I'm just here.
Figured it out.
Glenn Glover, Executive Director for Barkeeter Trails Alliance, and I'm just here to express appreciation to the town for the cannabis fund tax fund grant to the community bike jam. The only reason we were able to put it on is because of the support that you guys gave us. It covered about half of the cost for the event itself. Very much appreciated. If you weren't able to attend, I heard somebody was able to attend. Okay.
And at the school, all the kids that went, it was well received and they were like talking about it for days after.
Great.
Which made my life feel better.
Yeah. And the number of kids that we had turn out was like everything that we could have expected for that, really family centric. A lot of people who aren't from this area who were up here for the World Cup came and attended, which was wonderful too, talking to people from all over the Northeast up there, so. That was it, just really wanted to say thank you very much. I want to make sure that you guys get to see where the money goes that you put to an organization like ours, and that it's been put to good use.
Glenn, I gotta tell you, the secret to it all is the energy that your group continues to have. I mean, that's above and beyond what you guys do with cutting trails, maintaining and all that. And then bring what you do to the community. The thanks comes from us as well. Yeah,
Appreciate that
Yeah.
very much. Yeah, we've got a pretty special community in the Adirondacks here. I've been here 2 years and just continue to be amazed by it, so.
And it just seems that like, it's not just for the niche mountain bike families, it seems to grow and kind of spreading into the community itself. That's exciting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. We're really trying to expand through events. So Beta's mission statement, it's still there, to create, maintain, and advocate for trails for backcountry and front country mountain biking and ski touring. But that's not who we are. We're a community organization. For us, trails are a way of building and connecting community together. That's, we're still in the process. Nonprofits move slowly. We're still in the process of changing our mission statement, but it is going to reflect that community focus, and that it's not just for biking and ski touring, but so much is also for hiking, for families. Yeah.
How was the usage at Craigwood?
Off the charts.
Was it?
Yeah, yeah.
So our parking lot was full.
Oh, the parking lot was full. Country Club Lane, folks were parking along that. Yeah, they were.
Any
people parking.
anxious neighbors?
Did not hear any complaint.
Good.
Yeah, didn't hear any complaint. I think it was short-lived enough
Yeah.
that wasn't, but it's a good thing that the parking lot was expanded. It saw a lot of love. Trails across the region saw a lot of love.
Yeah. So this is a spectator group that really gets involved.
Oh, yeah, I would say at least a quarter to a third of the spectators who came here brought their bikes with them so that they could participate in the local trails. And just as an FYI, I talked both at the downhill race and at the cross country. I went in and talked to the racers and the mechanics in the paddocks and everything. It's like, hey, did you guys get a chance to ride any of the local trails? And about a half of them said they had, and they were really excited by what they saw here. So,
That's good.
yep. One last aside, I guess, still in North Elba, we did create a bypass off of Mountain Lane for the Jackrabbit Trail. So it doesn't go the entire way, it goes the full length of the state land.
Yeah.
But it does get the skiers off of Mountain Lane for half the distance.
Was Kenny able to help you with signage or whatever?
He was able,
Are you still working on it?
well, he was able to answer the question, which
Okay.
was, we can't, it's purely for maintenance, the right of way.
Yeah.
And so, no, we can't put a kiosk in there. In DEC's rules around signage are a bit challenging to work with. And so there are places where that was nicely put, wasn't it? So there are places where we would like to put a kiosk, and one is right at Mountain Lane where Jubin's Jaunt crosses over 73 and creates a really fun loop through there. The trail going towards Rock and River and Alstead Lane, where we're building the new trailhead down there right now. We want that as a central point to tell people where they are and where they can go from there. But because it's state land, we can't put a kiosk on. And so I was just hoping that the right of way for the town road might give us that buffer, but
Yeah.
nope,
No, okay.
it's where that's going. So.
I'm not gonna go over Kenny's head.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna put it in, put it in a place where the plow's gonna
Well,
take it out.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
good deal.
thank you very much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
very much.
Glenn.
Is it the plans for next year as well, or?
Yes, yep, yeah, I think this year we also were a little uncertain. We had a great steering committee, including Jackie from the village was on our steering committee. But we really weren't sure whether Orta was gonna put on a big event at either Whiteface or Van Ho that would sort of undermine this until fairly late in the year. Now we know they're not gonna do it. We can plan for this right up front, and we do expect to do it again, absolutely.
Good deal.
Yeah, and make it bigger and better.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
All right.
Well, I guess now we can go back to mundane business.
Same old stuff.
We need to move our second Tuesday, November meeting, which is Veterans Day this year, and we're gonna move it to Wednesday, the 12th. wanna talk just a minute about, I was expecting. For us to do a bid award tonight on the plumbing RFP for the long building. I had spoken to Mark, and Emily about this previously. We received no bids. It. Certainly, it's unfortunate. It doesn't mean we can't get the work done. But long story short. One local firm certainly had considered putting a bid in, but didn't have enough help to pull it off. They touched base with friends of theirs that are outside the area that have good sized plumbing. There's just not enough help where anyone wanted to bid a project that would move through the whole winter. Where wouldn't necessarily have consistent work all the time. You wait till one room is done, you go in and do the sinks and toilets or whatever. So in that situation, we're in a position now where we will either possibly rebid it. Or I will move forward with a time and material type situation because of no RFP coming to us. We entered into what I refer to as an emergency situation. I had to have the drainage put into that foundation before these superior walls come. I sent you all pictures this morning of those walls coming up. Well, once the walls are up, we have to pour the floor. Well, you can't pour the floor unless the drainage is in for all the utilities downstairs. So that has interrupted a certain aspect of the RFP. So now if we do appeal and look for an RFP to pick up the rest of the work, it will have to be advertised and it doesn't have to be the same length as the last one was. But I'm still debating on whether just going time and material, because I can get help locally. And in that scenario, believe it or not, it would be more cost effective for the town. But I've had good advice on touching base with the comptroller's office to understand this. Never been in this situation before. And I hope we don't run into similar situations when the HVAC bid goes out and the electrical bid. Only time will tell. And we're
Very compressed timeline.
We are in a dangerous, critical timeline in order to pull off the horse show next year. That brings $20 million in economic impact here. So I've already been on the phone with horse show folks that are nervous as hell. Where do we go, Derek? If the building isn't done, is there room to set up tents for spectators or whatever? So, yeah, I'm in a corner right now. It is the time of year when we need to do a request for qualifications for airport engineering and environmental planning services. Naturally, you all know our history. We've gone through this before. But we have to put this RFQ out. I think by the end of the year, I think by January, we should have other companies to consider. Last year and the year before, we were all in agreement that CNS has represented us very well. But this is something we have to follow. So with your permission, I will follow through with this RFQ and we'll get it publicized. I think I'm gonna let Emily talk.
I knew you were gonna say that, and I was gonna say, I meant to dig up a hard copy of this. Did you happen to grab a hard copy?
And it's really just generalized, and Mark will remember as well. Well,
Eric?
yeah,
Need a motion to,
for the RFQ,
RFQ?
no, I mean, I'm happy to take one, I mean,
I mean, I don't know.
We-
You don't need one.
we just discussed it and it's something we do annually anyway. The CEC committee,
I mean, I can do the background part.
that's all, and it's really just an awareness so that everyone knows. Now that our ARD agreement is in place, it's something both sides have to move forward with this advisory committee.
Yeah,
Oh,
this-
so this is the
To refresh.
or
we put it on the agenda to refresh everyone's memory about it because we
Yes.
haven't brought it into existence yet. So it's Community Engagement Commission. And so it was part of our renegotiation with Orta for a property management agreement. Is that-
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. You can speak to it. But I don't remember what it said, like it says assigned members, I'm like, what members are we assigning? So I think it was just to put it on the agenda, so we would start thinking about it and start thinking about who we wanted to be our representatives. Because, but I needed to look back at the hard copy to remember who we were nominating, because I'm pretty sure we decided on venue specific.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so if everyone wants to
One
put
at
their
large.
thinking cap on.
I think it was,
Yeah.
was it 3 and then 1 at large or something?
Yeah,
That's why I needed the hard copy. I
And the
tried, I
new
actually
committee
did try to
picked
find
the
it in my
chairman.
email and
What's
could
that?
not find it.
the new committee would pick their chairman.
And then Orta is sending one, Orta is also picking one representative
From
of
each
each
venue.
venue. Maybe. I think we might have changed some of that too. So I need to find a hard copy because I can't find it in my email.
Well,
There was I remember the venue specific, I do
Yeah.
remember that part.
I think there was 3 and then at large.
this is just an awareness, bringing it up. In November, I'll have that copy, so you know the full structure.
Yeah,
On
and
how many times they meet in a year, and if there's an issue, how you meet it. It was well set up.
and to come with some ideas about who you think would be a good fit for those positions.
All right. Now, if we move on
I just
to,
thought my name's on there again. It's okay, because you don't have to talk about that one, I don't think.
we do have a resolution. So the Justice Court can apply for a grant. Oh, you did so good on that last one.
Resolution 26 of 2025. It's a lot of resolutions there.
Yeah.
Application, what?
Let read it.
Application for Justice Court Grant. Minutes of regular town board, North Elba Town Board meeting held on October 14th, 2025. The following resolution was presented, whereas the North Elba Town Court is requesting authorization from the North Elba Town Board to apply for funding from the Justice Court Assistance Program during the upcoming grant cycle, whereas the deadline for the application is October 10th, 2025. This already happened.
Yeah,
That's okay.
they need the resolution.
Okay.
She's already applied.
Be it resolved that the town North Elba authorizes the North Elba Town Court to apply for a JCAP grant in the 25-26 grant cycle up to 30,000. Motion by,
Motion by Dick, seconded by Jason. Any further comment? All in favor? Aye, no one's opposed, that carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item, I'm glad to report, I'm gonna actually table that. I was gonna put a resolution forward, in opposition to the home rule request from Essex County. And it doesn't mean, any change in opinion, but I can report, and Mark will be glad to hear this, that there has been very constructive, conversations back and forth on, not only solutions, but moving down the road in the future. So far, it doesn't involve changing the current language that will be presented. But I am in high hopes that once the solutions offered fall into place, that it will bring a new awareness to all the board members and really maybe on their own realize that the need for the current language to be presented isn't warranted. That's a real fancy way to say, give us a chance to fix this among ourselves. Everybody's talking now. That's all I wanted in the beginning by tabling this new language
You mean everyone at the county
at
level?
the county level.
Okay.
Yes, and Rick is involved, by the way.
Yeah.
They've accepted him meeting with us.
Yeah.
Seeing how he's gonna succeed me anyway.
Okay.
And it just helps further relationships down the road. So for the time being, I'm gonna table that resolution.
Just to go back, Emily, it is 7 members.
oh, thank you.
There's
Can you
3,
send it to me that while you're there?
there's 3 members. Venue specific, the town is in 1 at large, and then Order will send 3 with.
Venue specific.
Also venue specific. See what it is?
And it's the jumping complex, the big center, speed skating oval, and then Mount Handle.
And you remember, we had conversations about Whiteface Mountain, but it's outside
Yeah.
the ownership of the town.
Correct.
So we get the additional at-large, remember? Okay.
Please. support it.
Uh,
Just from you.
Maybe I didn't look in my sending. Back at you.
I also have two resolutions here. We can pass them both the same. And we really don't need to read them both. As you all know, we've agreed to apron rehabilitation at Lake Placid Airport for next year, as well as a new wind cone.
I was looking at that today and it looks pretty.
Like the
poor.
flag?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks pretty poor.
So those are the two projects on our agenda for next year, and these are just official endorsements for both of those. So with that, I'll take a motion to accept both the apron rehabilitation and the wind cone replacement. Motion by Jason, seconded by Dick. Any further conversation? If none, all in favor? Aye. None opposed, that carries. This next resolution, I guess, really isn't a resolution. It's it is a sewer, let me find the right words for this, because it is a proposal, it's a survey proposal for us all to look at, and we've talked about, as you remember last meeting, we picked an engineer to look for the grants and to oversee the Rousemont Sewer Project, which is Swazo. Okay. They have sent their sewer improvement project, Town of North Elba, Essex County, New York, Phase 1 Engineering Services Agreement. What this boils down to. Skip to the part that. Time and material estimate. And of course, Swazos, like most engineers, base their fee on the total project cost. As you remember, we're at 5.7 million right now, making this engineering estimate at $276,650. Their proposal is to charge us per month, which I agree with wholeheartedly. It makes it work in our budget process. And it makes it easier to track progress, because every time you pay a bill, you check and see where you're at. In any respect. What I think,
Why did you have it labeled survey proposal though?
This is an engineering survey agreement, essentially.
No, that's both.
It's an agreement.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I can throw this around if you want to give
I
it a
got you.
quick look.
Just to understand it.
Okay.
Listen, office.
Well,
Please. Thank you very much.
Anything further you want to talk about this, because now that we've okayed them to move ahead with the financing phase, you know, they'll talk with EFC, for instance. We'll figure out both the grants we were given. You realize we just got a WE grant for
we
300,000, wasn't it? Yes, it had to be 300,000 because it knocked our share down to 125,000. We were at 400,000. And with everything we've got going on right now, that has me feeling a little bit better now. So with that being said, unless you guys need more information on moving ahead with Swazo, I'd like a motion to accept that proposal.
So moved.
Moved by Dick, seconded by Jason. Further discussion? All in favor? Aye. No one's opposed, that carries as well. And just to remind you, you know, we have like 6 things going on with Swazo, at least 5. And monthly, they come here for a meeting. for right now, Swazo representatives are Emily and myself. But certainly, if any of you wanna step in as we start this sewer project, you know, Rick will be moving in soon. So I don't want anyone felt left out, but I wanna tell you, if you wanna talk about an intense meeting, it's going over 6 different things with an engineer. It gets involved,
Yes.
but they've been so clear with so many things. You know, the things that are on the back burner are still the sidewalk project, which,
I wouldn't say that's on the back burner, they're just not, they're waiting for a new funding announcement for something, and I don't think we have it yet. And I couldn't tell you what the funding was, though.
right,
The
I can
pulse
tell you
they
what
have
we
on the
need.
funding, though, is amazing, and they're like, oh, not announced yet, not announced yet, oh, there's this one, there's this one. And we're just still waiting for something that would fit West Valley.
okay, you were also given or sent to accept a new fee structure from the building code department. And
That's why I guess my
it's
concern is
pretty
like,
involved.
like, I understand, like, it was just, this brings me back to the water sewer rates of the village. Where they haven't been touched in over a decade. And there was, I would say, some consideration of, instead of catching up within a year, catch up over 2 years. Because just doubling the prices seems excessive. I know that we need to kind of get up to modern. But is there a way that we can stagger it over 2 years?
Is that what
Yeah.
was done? They were doubled?
Yeah, well, it depends, like, the example that they gave us right now would be, you know, $50 for the first 1,000, $4 for each additional 1,000 would be 150, but now based on the new one, it would be $300. Just seemed,
I can say if this board would like another work session
I
to
would,
discuss
Yeah, or
things,
make it part of budget.
yeah. I would think so.
because we'll have to go through all this in order to even get expected revenues.
Mhm, yeah,
Yeah, that's
True.
right, budget discussion.
So
True.
we will have the option to talk about it further, and I tend to agree.
okay.
Not because of excessive, but getting it into line that's realistic.
Mhm,
It's no different than our assessment process. If we left that alone for 5 years,
mhm,
you'd drop dead.
mhm.
Yeah, it's bad enough doing it by the year. Yeah.
It's like, it's not beneficial to like keep them artificially suppressed for political reasons. It's like, you have to be realistic.
So then respectfully, I'll say we'll table this till our budget discussion. Okay, personnel actions,
Came from Amy?
She didn't have personal.
well,
Yeah, there was an unsighted.
She had
actually,
other
I can pass this back around. This wasn't personnel, this was
Budget adjustment?
yeah, budget adjustment.
She sent us those.
Yeah.
Did we have any personnel actions?
We did. So I'm here.
Remind me.
Okay.
For director of golf,
Oh,
we're having an executive session to discuss his
okay,
contract.
yeah, so we don't wanna discuss it now. And that as well will be in budget session to renew.
Yeah, I thought we-
Further, we will discuss
Oh,
it here, yeah.
I have committee reports. Oh, wait. I
Okay,
have-
we need to approve budget,
The only thing I wanted to mention, just so everybody knows if more applications come in, and has to do with cannabis.
Yeah, we know.
We had to transfer $1,100.
We didn't know.
To pay Glenn.
Yeah. But Mark,
I thought there was more left than, I knew there was a month, but I didn't realize there was.
and I'm sure we're not the only town that has appealed to Albany.
Yeah, I think our attorney needs to make a phone.
Yeah.
Well,
What's going on?
since we haven't got cannabis tax that comes to us since last July, okay? And I've gone through county treasurer, I've got a hold of Ally Webanero, who's got responses. The tax department is arguing over lack of help, and now we're talking about a lot of money. Since last July, we're probably owed $250,000. Okay, that's just, and we only collect 50% of one store.
And we have another one.
The village of Saranac Lake gets the other half. And just so you know.
Moose is gonna open any day, guys.
But not really.
I mean,
Yeah.
Melon Moose.
Melon
Ready,
Moose.
it'd be more money.
I like the name.
So anyway, it's a big problem within the state is this allocation of tax money.
But you understand it's not intentional, is that?
I have no idea.
Or North Elba specific, obviously, but it's very frustrating.
We don't, I mean, I guess I kind of asked the question to Ally is like, is everyone struggling with
Yeah.
this? And she said she doesn't know. She hasn't heard from anyone else, but I think it was also like, I haven't heard this from anyone else, but not everyone of my, not everyone I deal with has a cannabis dispensary. So,
Yeah.
or maybe they're not actively watching that pot like we are.
Yeah,
So.
They should be.
I know.
So that's what we have there. But now,
Melanie and I had a couple conversations today and then we got shut down because.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no money left. So you saw my email, that's what I was just gonna add, is that you saw my email because on our website, it's still like it seems like it's an active funding
I
application.
think it was the appropriate response to ensure that, like.
Yeah, so I just asked Kelly to put that disclaimer that just said, we're waiting, and I really wanted to like throw New York State under the
Oh, I
bus,
know.
but I walked it back. Chat walked it back for me. I was gonna put like a little like phone number, call this person to complain.
I would have supported that.
All you people with pending applications, please call at least once a day.
So, and so then we also had to inform 2 applicants that their applications were on hold.
now we can move to you on committee
Well,
report.
the one was,
We need to prove the audits.
oh, yeah, make a motion to approve the audits and
And the
the
budget
budget
adjustments.
adjustments.
Oh, well, we weren't even 2 audits yet,
Oh,
because we were gonna do
Yeah, we're not.
committee report.
Well, I thought, yeah, they were.
We were at personnel actions, which there aren't any.
See, this is the first meeting I haven't been caught yet.
gosh.
Oh, we also skipped over land bank parcels. We're
Yeah.
not skipped over. Is that what you want me to talk about?
Yeah.
No,
Because I don't have
you're-
anything to talk about
No,
on
you're
land bank parcels because they're not they're not acting on those.
Well, because the county is putting a consolidated list together.
Oh, but I don't think they're gonna act on them because someone lives there.
Right, okay.
The land bank was considering two parcels that are actually owned by the same person in Saranac Lake, obviously North Elba side. But someone, I totally get it, they don't like being in the business of evicting people and making them homeless. And so they are not gonna act on it.
Okay.
And when I actually looked at the last list you sent me, it seemed like one of them was pulled. And so I think maybe he's managed to pay the one on the house, which I'm glad he
Yeah,
has. I don't want him to be homeless either. So we'll see where that goes in the
All
future.
right.
But the other thing I was gonna bring up was also another frustration with New York State. In that, if you guys are wondering, where's our comp plan? Where is our comp plan? It's
You know,
been,
where's our money to pay for our comp plan?
yeah, and so it's stuck with DOF because that.
There's a lot going on, do we not? The state didn't chip in their portion?
180,000, oh, sorry, 92,000. So, but we can't move it forward until DOS gives it its final blessing, the plan itself, its final blessing. And they have had it for months. So I've asked Ally Gubernaro to check it twice now, and Ally has not gotten back to me.
Well, just to add on to the state's been through St. Agnes. They've done all of what they do, but there's some clerical. Between either. It was her first name or like the way it's spelled, so there's some hang up from New York State from a clerical part in order to open the birth of 3 part of it. Of St.
I thought
Agnes.
it was a fire inspection.
Well,
No, they walk through and they're finishing up the paperwork and there's some sort of clerical confusion that somehow. Their computer is having issue.
So I can say, one thing that we've accomplished tonight is making a New York State list.
I'm gonna say,
It's a-
their inbox must be like this and nothing's getting moved out of it.
Well,
So-
let's meet the candidate tomorrow night. Yeah.
No one useful will be there. So I guess for the well, I just wanted you guys to be aware of the comp plan thing, cause I didn't want you to think that I forgot about it, and.
Well, consider
It was
it's a
keeping me
2 year
up at
late
I
anyway.
appreciate it.
You sound like Derek. But it's literally gotten to the point where we're gonna have to rewrite it. I mean, I'm getting so frustrated at this.
A
And-
couple years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
And, but not 2 years it's been with US, but it's been like 5 months it's been with US. And in 5 months, we've had a public hearing and done all the things that we've been asked to do. And so,
And doesn't it figure this is the first year I've officially even recognized it? Because in years past, I thought what a waste of time.
Mhm.
so I don't know if you guys have Ally's contact information, feel free to know, send her an email.
Send it to him.
I'll send it.
Yeah, send this mail.
And I really like Ally, I just can't get an answer from her. And she's usually very responsive.
She just goes to you at this point.
Well, it's just not high enough on the list right now. There's a lot going on. And you're a Democrat, so you gotta dial it back.
The alternative is not better. Otherwise, we're moving. I don't know where,
Yeah.
but other blue states around.
All right, so now we can,
What's that?
Won't have any funding or anything.
now we can do audits. Do I have a motion to accept audits? Jason, seconded by Dick. You all got, Rick's comments
Yes.
on audits? And I think we can address those at work session or whatever, wait till he's here.
Yeah.
To at least defend himself. With that being said, any further comments? All in favor? Aye. No one opposed, carried, or you didn't just abstain, did you?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
Budget adjustment, I guess we did kind of talk about that.
I just want you to ask Amy what
Amy's
unlocated.
on the phone,
Oh, she is?
yeah.
Amy, what are unlocated insurance? Know what she meant? She meant unallocated. It says unlocated.
Oh,
Oh, she was on
she
there.
stepped away.
Yeah. No, I'm just reading down and it's supposed to be unallocated and she's got unlocated.
Can you hear me?
What is unlocated insurance?
It's unallocated insurance. I don't know why Kathy named it that, but that's all of our general insurance except for the airport.
No, I know. I just wondered if you couldn't find something or whatever.
It's the insurance we cannot find.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right, anything else like to do with committee reports or anything like that? Anything we're forgetting? Because if not, I'm gonna call for an executive session.
I think we got approved us. We approved the audits, now we got to do the budget adjustments.
Don't we usually do the other?
You did it together? Okay. You didn't say that. but-
All right,
Good with me.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what I heard too. I get
Yeah.
over.
that's all right. Person's opportunity to speak, no? All right,
So you're changing your mind, you decided to run soon? No,
No,
sure,
yes.
all right, we'll ask you again the next time you come.
I'll learn on the sidelines.
You can write your name in for town.
Don't
justice.
get crown justice.
Town justice.
Until next year, friends.
As a second.
thank you.
See you.
So is that a maybe?
Remind me your name.
know, right?
Say it.
There's a chat.
Okay,
Just you didn't put one.
No.
No.
She's a Democrat, this guy, that's why
I think I need to identify what we're going into executive session for.
Is that the them?
I want
yeah.
to know, do you remember her name?
We are going into executive session
Okay.
to talk about litigation and contractual.
Yeah, but Eric, is that Eric Smith? Did you want to say anything before we went into executive session? Or is it just a different Eric?
There's Firefly.
That's mine.
That's her, isn't it?
Is that it?
No, that was me. I just tuned in case you needed anything. I don't even know what's going on.
Neither do we, so welcome to the club.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, we're gonna go into executive session, so I'm gonna turn this off, guys.
Motion to go inside.
So moved.
Second.
No problem.
Jason, Emily.